we said, and this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, I mean, we got two 1-0 teams as well, and curious to see if spawns are as big of a factor for people, but it's not looking like that as we see Rex pushing towards that Z. Is going to get found out by Dism, but is going to get traded out, I believe. Crimson just kind of playing this bottom granny situation, and Paris looking pretty promising right now.
Yeah, this guy Crimson is cracked. Looks like he's on like 10-10 sensitivity right now. Going for the snaps all over the map. But just like that, the spawns have already flipped in the favor of Sydney Dingoes. They're trying to hold down this left side. 7-7 now off the break. Schneids with a big two-piece Dism with one of his own. Slack trying to sneak his way to this bottom left side. Looks like Dism has an idea. Tries to take him down, but it doesn't go in his favor. So now with Slack pushing those back spawns, if he can play his life here, which he does, the spawns could flip out. And with that point, that is a big turnaround for the Paris Letdowns. Crimson 5-2 off the break, and they have this P2 control.
Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to question whether Crimson is Crim6's burner account, but I'm not 100% sure. Man, it's just absolutely frying out of his mind right now. As we see Luck pick up a big kill there. Doesn't know the guy is bottom barn. Going to start looking towards that Z point. And I mean, right now, we're just in a nice little Texas standoff here on P2. And as I say that, oh, nope, never mind. We're just kind of flipping back and forth now. We have to watch out, though, Luck here. On this 5-killing streak, if he's able to get that up to the glide bomb, which, never mind, that could have been huge for the Paris Letdowns, because outside of P3 and P4, every single point is in the wide open.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Squiddy, both of these teams going absolutely back and forth. It's a Texas standoff, like you said, no better way to put it, as both of these teams, you know, just completely even off the break of this game. Schneider trying to make his way around that backside, putting some shots into Slack, but unable to take that kill. Speedy and co trying to find their way into this time. He gets Luck. Not sure they read that spawn flip. Crimson trying to take down Speedy, but Speedy too quick for him. Rex trying to fight his way back into this time, but his teammates are not with him yet. The spawns are just flipping back and forth all over the place, Squiddy. This bow cage is mixy as can be.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you meant that pun with how fast Speedy was moving around the map, but I loved every second of it. But yeah, no, I mean, this is exactly what you expect out of a bowcage, where it's just trade after trade, second after second. Definitely liking what I'm seeing from both teams. I mean, they're basically going, you know, step for step every single way, and I don't know if there's any such thing as international cowboys, but I mean, Texas standoff wouldn't be rightfully justified with it being from Paris and Sydney. So, do you know of an international cowboy? I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know, but this international standoff right now is giving us some solid gameplay, as these two teams from different continents are absolutely playing out of their minds right now. Netrix trying to find the kills, but they're just going back and forth all over the place. Let's look at the scoreboard real quick. Right now, it's Dism sitting at 12-7 on a 4. He's got that auto in hand, and he's just making the right plays for Sydney right now. Trying to find his way through the back. He does pick up Crimson. There's one more behind him. That's going to be Slack. And on a 5, that's a huge kill out of Dism. The help from his teammate, and one off a glide bomb. You're playing your life now if you're Dism.
Yeah, I mean, the man is just cracked out of his mind. He is moving in every single direction that is getting me motion sick. I mean, this dude is just absolutely frying. If he's able to pick up the 7th, and I think he got it, so he does have that glide. That could prove very important moving into this P5, whether they decide to use it. Oh, they're using it right off of Rip.
That was quick.
That was quick. Deciding to go back for the person Rapunzel, able to get him. Speedy able to pick up another one, and I think that's going to give the Dingoes those back spawns for P5.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was questioning the glide bomb as it came in, but it honestly worked out to their full advantage that they wanted. The Paris Letdowns were spawning out at back 10. I mean, look at player 1 where he just spawned. He spawned all the way out. Luck does find his way on the hill, but it's so long until his teammates can get near him. Sydney Dingoes, they want to pressure this hill, but Luck doing a great job of just staying down and waiting for the gunfights to come to him. Now Crimson has a way to look over him, but that's a quick 4 down, and now they're spawning out deep yet again. Sydney Dingoes playing to perfection on this P4, and it's gotten them a lot of time off of it.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly though, Paris Letdowns played that very well to at least, be able to rack up a couple seconds for themselves as well as take away time from the Sydney Dingoes with how well that rotation was played. But nothing less that you would expect from a Bokic hardpoint. And I mean, Paris Letdowns, I mean, it looks like they're getting outslayed right now, but I mean, the scoreboard would say otherwise. I mean, they're hanging in there and they're not even getting the slays just yet. But if those gunnies heat up, it could prove dangerous for Paris Letdowns.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. This can get out of hand quick, but Luck finds his way onto the hill. And I think the most important part of this map right now will end up being the second P2, because I feel like one of these teams may turn that into a money hill, and that could be the turnaround for one of these squads. Dism playing out of his mind right now with that auto. 20 and 10. Schneids with that MP40 sitting at 19 and 12 himself. You know, like you said, Squiddy, the slays are in for Sydney Dingoes. The only player you could say is lacking is Speedy, but he's got that hill time to back himself up. And, that's got to be why they have this 20-point lead, because, like they say, Squiddy, any lead you have on Bocage, you might as well double it because of the way this map plays.
Yeah, this map is just complete, unlike any other map. If you go to a Tuscan, you could be outslaying, but if you have the right people on the point, like this map, like any second that you get is valuable, whether it's your main AR, whether it's your main sub, your flex, your secondary slub, your route man, whoever it is, if they are getting time, that is huge for your team. And look at Paris Letdown, they're on this time here. Well, they did lose the slays there, lose another one there. Slack able to find up another one, he's on a 6. Now, if you're slacked, you have to be able to play your life here, because, I mean, a glide bomb could prove just absolutely vital in the comeback and not able to do so. And as I say comeback, they're actually up by a point and not anymore. This is just Bokage, bro. This is just Bokage. I don't know what else to do.
I mean, word to Haggy, these teams are definitely working with that Bocage brain right now, because, I mean, both of these teams just back and forth, just flying at each other. I mean, we see the slide cancel out of Speedy right there. I mean, Rex, it just goes to show, like, how this map has been playing so far. And I'm honestly mind blown that Paris Letdowns have any semblance of a lead here. They find themselves, gaining points on the board right now, but Sydney Dingoes trying to flood their way around him, and that is a fantastic break out of Sydney. Dism 25 and 15. He reads the spawn. They're all coming from that middle side of the map. He puts some shots in, and that just really opens up the push from the Sydney Dingoes to fight back. And the spawns do flip, which is maybe something they didn't want, but with 25 seconds, I'd say you're okay with it, because the flip to P4 is happening soon.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a guy who's able to hold that gate heady well, you really don't need those spawns, and you can honestly just keep them in that spawn trap, which is exactly what the Dingoes did. And I mean, now they're really fighting for just the scrap time. Down 24, I mean, typically on any other map, you're in a great position if you're down 24. And as I say that, the Paris Letdowns are just going to give them 4 down. Going to read the spawns here. And, I mean, they're just going to start clawing back at this lead. And I think this P5 is going to be really telling of what the outcome of this match is going to be.
Yeah, somehow Sydney Dingoes were able to regain that lead after their many kills on that P3. But now Paris Letdowns trying to find it again, but Speedy with a big opener onto Luck there. But Slack gets a big 2-piece behind him. Speedy and Schneids piecing up. We haven't seen much of Schneids this game from my POV. I need to do a better job of observing that guy, because he's 28 and 20 right now. He's doing his thing with the MP40, and he's leading the Sydney Dingoes team to a lead right now. But, I mean, from what we've seen, it doesn't matter how many 2 pieces or 3 pieces these teams are getting, because the game is close as always.
Yeah, I mean, to be quite honest with how these two teams are playing, I won't be surprised if we don't reach a 250 scoreline. And we just get that time expires. They're going back and forth. And like, yes, while Rex is sitting at 25 and 31, with how much just chaos this is, like I don't think KD's really describe what the map play was like. It is just absolute chaos all the time. As I say that, Speedy with a nice little 2-piece there. Sitting at 28 and 27, going to start working his way towards the back, going to find these players as they are still spawning in the back. One player is able to sneak on time, 3 go down. make that all 4. So now Paris Letdown going to start racking up this time, and it looks like they're going to regain this lead.
Yeah, and I think if you are Sydney Dingoes, at this point in the game, if we look at their scoreboard, you definitely want a bigger lead than not having a lead at all, because all of these players, except for Netrix, is positive right now, or positive 10. I mean, they are outslaying by potentially 20 kills here, and they're finding themselves down 10 points going to this final rotation of hills. They need to focus, work as a team, and close this game out, because they have the gunny, but the breaks are not there right now. Slack with a big 2-piece. Schneids gets one of his own, but with some time left to get here, I think you want to get it if you're Sydney.
Yeah, I mean, I went to college for 4 years for mathematics, and in my head, in the past 5 seconds, the kill difference between Dingoes and Letdowns was a 24 difference between, or in favor of, the Dingoes. So obviously my math could have been wrong, but I mean, for Paris to be up, or at least within distance in this game, is just outstanding. It just shows the team play and teamwork that they have to keep it this close. And the Dingoes are just kind of fighting here to show why, like, they can outslay and they can really play at this level.
Yeah, Sydney Dingoes forced to break from this water side of the map. Now Paris, not a player on the time yet. Luck at that bottom tank area, and Speedy looking for a way to break it, but Rex comes in and takes him down. Dism, the man himself, 44 and 25, Squiddy. I mean, this guy just gets kills all across the board from start to finish. He's got another glide bomb in his favor. Schneids, 36 and 27. We've been harping on those names all game long, but they just cannot find their way onto the point. Schneids gets one. Crimson, though, trades him out. He wants to find his way onto that point. He's on a 5. Doesn't want to play for that glide bomb, though, but he's 1 kill away from it. If you can get this glide here, I mean, that's huge. He sees Schneids in front of him. He's behind that tank. The kill doesn't come in, but with 10 seconds left, they're only within 25 points of closing this one out. This P3 could mean everything, and the clock is running out at all the same time, Squiddy.
Listen, with how this match has been, this could easily go to a P4. Typically, you won't see this go to a P4, but it could go to a P4. I mean, this is as close as you can get. Dingo's got to hold this time without it being contested. And, I mean, we're at, I think it is it 17.8 seconds left in this match, and Paris Letdown are going to soak this time. Now deciding to hop off of it and just try and outslay, which with how the slates have been going, I'm surprised they are looking to do. Slack finally hops on the point, and I mean, with how the times are looking and everything, it's looking like Letdowns are going to take this one here.
Yep, they're trapped in the back of the spawn. Slack is playing his life, and they close that one out 250 to 203. A fantastic start to the series from the Paris Letdowns. The Sydney Dingoes might have had the slays, but, you know, Paris came with the teamwork, and they find their way to a map 1 victory there, Squiddy, because, you know, we love a good sniper, and let's see what Crimson can do with it off the break.
I knew Crimson was going to be my favorite from the start, and I'm so glad he's the one who pulled out the sniper. I'm not allowed to pick favorites. I'm a commentator. Never mind. He is going to get found out. I need tricks. But, I mean, we're in a 2v3 situation, and not worst case scenario, and as I say, that 1v3.
Ooh.
But Rex able to find one. Huge kill on the top church, and, I mean, this is still doable if you're the Paris Letdowns.
Yeah, I mean, that kill is, you know, pretty huge for this 1v3 situation, because if he doesn't get that one, he's kind of left in the dust, but he's able to pick that one up, and now he's got a minute to work with here. Sydney Dingoes, they are somewhat holding hands here, so it might be tough to maybe find a pick here in this 1v2 situation, but definitely not impossible. Player 8 in Schneids is that outer pillar area. Is he able to get the kill? He does, and he's able to run away as well. Speedy left alive in the 1v1, and if you're Sydney, you definitely don't want to lose this one, especially after a hard point like that. And he's still got 33 seconds to work with. He just needs to work his way over to that bomb. 27 seconds left. He needs to get that bomb and get the plant, if not a kill.
I mean, at this point in the round, I mean, you know, you just gotta hope that you pick the right bomb site if you're on the defense and the offense. And we finally get that gunfight, and the Letdowns get the 1v3 That is just absolutely unbelievable and a huge play out of Rex there. And I mean, that is just a big confidence boost going into this round 2.
A huge 1v3 out of Rex to start out the game. I mean, that looked kind of tragic for whoever that last player was. He slid his way maybe behind that bomb. He didn't have a good line of sight off of him, and that's a big momentum boost after a hard point like that. They find themselves on the defensive side now, and let's see what they want to do, as there's no snipers in play this time around. But as usual, Sydney Dingoes want to work this A side of the map. Luck throwing his nades out there. Slow push from the Paris Letdowns, but Crimson might want to get mixy with this auto.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I got a little nervous there whenever he went to peak well, and as I say that, he is going to go down to Schneids. And I mean, Luck kind of sitting back here with the auto, just kind of playing his life, knowing the bomb's probably going to go down on A. Now we're going to have to see the Paris Letdowns come in here for the retake. Luck going to keep this outer position. Is he going to... Oh, he doesn't know that Schneids is there. I don't think he spotted him. Oh, he does now. But, oh, what a turn on by Luck. And Rex with the flank is able to pick up 2. Now on a 5. I mean, if this man...
Oh!
Cruise miss. Oh, he doesn't get the... No way. Diss him with a huge nade.
Oh.
You know what? Never mind. Bokage isn't Mixie. Tuscan. Whatever you get bombed down on A is Mixie.
I mean, that's just absolutely tragic for Rex. He just implodes on the bomb site, doesn't know where this player's coming from. Then Dissum picks up the second one to get the 1v2. I mean, we go from a 1v3 to a 1v2, Squiddy. Can you believe it? Interesting start to this Tuscan Search and Destroy. The people that are winning this match are maybe not the one, or the winning these rounds are maybe not the ones you would expect. And like you said, it's specifically tough for Rex, as he was on a 5-kill streak there, looking for that glide bomb, unable to get it. And now, I mean, the Paris Letdowns are just looking for a first blood, but they're pushing on to B with vengeance.
I love this. I love this because you never truly get a B hit, and this is probably why, as they are going to get a double. Not going to be able to find the third, so Crimson does pick up 1. Slack going to have to pick up some slack. He does find 1, puts it into a 2v2. Not impossible.
Wow.
Knows where one player is at. And, I mean, we're in a pretty... Basically the position we were in Bokage, where it's just kind of a standoff here, and everybody's just kind of in a feeling out process right now of where everybody's at, just looking for a little bit of info, and really not worst case scenario if you're the Paris Letdowns.
No, absolutely not. You get the kills to even it up at 2v2, but the problem is they want to go A, and Sydney Dingoes have wrapped out, and he gets taken down. They're both middle of the map. Crimson left in a 1v2, and if we've learned anything from this game, that means that Crimson's going to clutch this, and it doesn't matter if he has 16 seconds left. He's trying to wrap his way through the map, and it looks like he can get the bomb down at A. Can you believe it, Squiddy? There is a chance that he can win this round, and look at that sensitivity. He just spun 8 times in 0.5 seconds. He gets the runaway, but Netrix is able to take him out. So the consistency with the clutches has ended here on round 3.
Listen, he pulled out the sniper map once, so I'm a little upset that he was running around with the auto. And I don't know if he had the sniper out that round. I'm assuming not, since they did try that B hit off rip. But that's exactly what you need if you're the Dingoes, especially after a 1v3 offensive loss. So to flip it around, finally get that, clutch set up, be able to defuse that A bomb. And now you're on the offense, so we're kind of back to normal here, where it's, defense is typically the favorite side rather than back-to-back offensive wins.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely here. You want to be able to close out your defenses, especially on a map like Tuscan, where at this point in the game, it's definitely more defensive controllable than offensively. But it looks like Dissum's trying to make a play through this middle well area, and nobody has the line of sight onto him. I couldn't get that out of my mouth, but Slack does pick up the first blood, and a big start for Paris.
Yeah, and I mean, 4v3 is not worst case scenario. Obviously, they're working towards this A bomb. Speedy kind of holding that tree angle, it looks like. And they're going to send a guy outer, and curious to see if they're able to find this player 3. If they can pick that player 3, and I mean, they decide to kind of retreat and just kind of play this bomb. It's going to basically come down to this player 3 battle here, whether or not he's able to find a kill or if they're able to get A-bomb without player 3, and they are able to pick up a trade. But luck, that player 3 is able to find one, and Speedy Last Alive does get bombed down, though, and finds the kill up top Church. I mean, this is still doable, and I mean, if I'm luck, I'm just gonna hump on that defuse, but I mean, Speedy's able to check it real quick, so don't listen to me here, luck, because I would have been absolutely wrong. And Speedy just playing this bottom Church. They're gonna slide past each other. Speedy with a huge 1v1 there, giving the Sydney Dingoes a 3-1 lead.
Another 1v2. I mean, 3 out of the 4 rounds in this game so far has either been a 1v2 or a 1v3 clutch. Absolutely unbelievable how close this game is. I mean, so many 1v1s, so many close rounds, and Sydney Dingoes are in the blessed situation as they found themselves up 3-1 in the map here. They're all flooding this middle side, and it looks like they want to work toward well. Not sure if they have any info on these players, but Speedy does see Crimson up top. He gets the headshot multiplier in. Rex trying to sneak in, but Schneids takes him down as well. Now Schneids looking for the trade. Player 1 in Slack right above him, but he opts to run away. Not sure if he got any info on that player, but Luck is now here in that Vines area all alone, but he gets a good timing.
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to... Oh, Luck with a 2-piece! That is huge. And Bomb's still over here at B. Nectrix, not really sure because, I mean, the comms are probably telling him that it's an A hit. But it looks like the Letdowns are going B, and he is going to spot the bomb carrier. He finds the kill somehow, some way, and now it's going to be a nice little 1v1, just like it has been all game thus far. And, I mean, wow. I'm speechless. This game has just been so back and forth between the search and destroy and the hard point, and I think Nectrix might catch Luck here on the rotate towards A, but as I say that he rotates back to B, I am getting absolutely dizzy right now. I feel like I just got off a loop-de-loop roller coaster.
Okay, and Nectrix wins the round. I mean, can you believe this, Squiddy? That's another 1v2. 3 1v2s, 1 1v3, and only a singular round in this game so far where a team has won with the life advantage. I mean, that is just unheard of here. And after a map 1 that we had, I mean, honestly, I am speechless.
I mean, these guys just, it almost seems like they get hot at the right times. You know, they like playing with the chip on their shoulder. So, you know, curious to see. I give a lot of credit to the Paris Letdowns for taking it B twice. And as I say that now, Sydney Dingoes say, you know what? If they want to go B, we're going to go B. And it looks like we're going to have a nice little standoff 2v2 here on this B site. And Paris Letdowns are going to win. Which has been going. Never mind. Paris Letdowns. Quick 4 down. Take the round win.
100% the quickest round we've seen so far in this match between these two. Paris Letdowns say, we're not giving this one up again. We're taking this round into our own hands, and they get the 2-piece on that B side of the map. And a good read out of them to send 2 to that B area because it really paid off. And now they find themselves on that offensive end. If they can win this offense, you know, they can find a way to even this up here, but it has to come off the back of a solid offense here.
Yeah, I mean, but like, Tuscan's one of my favorite search maps behind, I would say, Berlin, because the A and B sites are both accessible, and they are just so closely equal for both offense and defense to where, like, an offense is viable here if you were on the attacking side. But here's the problem. Nectrix is going to spot the cross, able to pick up one, make this a 2v3 situation, but saw both players on the cross, able to give that information to his team. But Rex going to be last alive, going to get found in bottom church by the player top church. And Sydney Dingoes 1 round away from taking this search and destroy.
Yeah, and this is looking absolutely grim for the Paris Letdowns so far. They give up maybe a couple rounds they didn't want to. You know, they give up back-to-back 1v2s. And, you know, instead of it being, you know, 4-4 right now, it's 5-2, or that's some bad math. It would be like 4-3 in the favor of Paris Letdowns, but instead it's 5-2 in the favor of Sydney Dingoes. So, you know, Paris Letdowns are going to have to string some rounds together in order to close this one out, and Sydney Dingoes are going straight back to their trusty old B site.
I mean, with how the last round went for the B site, and it's looking the exact same right now. And as I say that, Schneids picks up one, makes this a 2v2, so maybe it's not going like it was last time. So we got Luck and Crimson up against Dissom and Schneids. You know, pretty evenly matched in the kill department. Dissom able to make his way up towards top church with his teammate Schneids. This is going to smell troublesome for Crimson, who gets found. Shout out to Dissom for not, just giving that extra love there. But Luck is going to find the one, but isn't able to find the second. Unfortunate timing. Little bit of a trigger discipline there. If he was able to hold that angle for a little bit and see if he could have spotted the second player, I mean, that would have been really good play out of him.
Perfectly right there, Squiddy. I think that's a great way to put it. It's definitely the middle ground between, the defensive heavy zone that we see on control, and it kind of flips that on its head. Dissom with a huge first blood. Speedy trying to make his way into that site, but Crimson getting a blood onto him, and that kind of stifles the push out of the Sydney Dingoes, but Schneids trying to find his way onto the point. Now the Sydney Dingoes can focus their reinforcements onto that A site, as it is completely open now, as all of the Paris Letdowns have lent themselves over to the B site.
Yeah, I mean, I told you, like, most teams will elect to go that B hit off rip just to try and win those open judgments there, rather than trying to break a good setup on the B side. So, I mean, was not surprised to see Dingoes go right off rip towards that B site, able to pick up these kills over towards A. And I mean, it almost seems like anytime I look at the mini map, it really does look like the Letdown, just like giving up the A site with like one tick. But then I realize that they're just going to try and push through P5. I really do love this control for the CRL and just in general.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good one so far, and we're kind of seeing it off the break here. It looks like this should go to Tix, or maybe, if the defense is winning, obviously Lives. Dissom with a big two-piece, and we got a player like Netrix trying to sneak his way around that backside, but they have an idea from the Paris Letdowns. Luck trying to peek himself, but he gets that shoulder, he gets the idea that Netrix is over there, and now they can completely read the rest of this push. Netrix still making his way around, but he gets taken down by Luck. Schneids and co trying to sneak their way back in, but the defense from Paris is too strong right now.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just, it's so tough. Like, once a team gets that set up on B, and they're able to cover, because there's really only 4 angles that you can capture this B point, and once you get all 4 of those angles locked down, it is really tough unless you get a first pick for the offensive side. And Speedy's not going to see that player fire, is going to work his way through the bag. And Speedy is able to pick up one, Dissom able to pick up another, but it does get triggered out by Rex. And I mean, they're starting to do some work on it, and as I say that, Luck able to find player on time, able to clear the game a little bit, and Netrix gonna have a little bit to say about it. And I mean, this is just going back and forth, exactly how this entire match is.
Yeah, there's explosions all over the place. We're sitting at 8 and 11 life count between the Paris Letdowns and the Sydney Dingoes. But Dissom with a big opening blood. He's sitting at 8 and 4 right now, but he does get taken down, and that might be all she wrote. But Netrix trying to sneak his way around the back yet again. He is able to get one. He is able to get 2 as the last one slides in front of him. The last player alive is going to be Luck, and Schneids almost taking him down right there. Schneids does jump over, and Netrix is getting the kills as well. He has 100 health, and Crimson is right in front of him. He doesn't read that he's just to his left, but he does get taken down. The stack is in, and this has turned from a round that was completely dominated by the Paris Letdowns to a Lives win for the Sydney Dingoes.
I have 1 word, or I'm sorry, 2 words. Berlin control. As soon as you think the Letdowns have that entire thing just locked down, it really just takes a first blood to open up their setup. that just opens the entire window for the Dingoes to slide into that B point. Basically just walks some filter in from courtyard and just rack up those kills. And yet again, we have back-to-back B hits off rip, and we are going to get some trades. Letdowns able to pick up 2, start racking up a little bit of time on this tick. And I mean, Netrix is definitely a player you gotta, oh, never mind. Sorry, it was a little pixelated. Now I can see that it was Netrix who did get killed there. He was on a, I think it was a 5 spree, so big kill out of the Letdowns to be able to get Netrix off of that streak right there.
Yeah, Crimson trying to find his way back onto the B point, but Netrix able to take him down, and that kind of just opens up Paris Letdowns to be able to just stack the point here, or just at least have one sit on it. They just want to elongate this time as long as possible, as they have a good idea that the Paris Letdowns or the Sydney Dingoes are going to have a tough time getting here, but they double stack it now. Rex still alive on that A point, and it's going to be tough for Sydney Dingoes to contest this one, and at this point, the Paris Letdowns have definitely locked this one in.
Yeah, and I mean, if you get the right setup, especially on the offensive side, because that is the easier offensive side, in my opinion. So, I mean, for them to get the right setup and everything, that's really good. Lives are even right now at 20-20, and I mean, we got to give a big shout out to, I believe it is Dis and Netrix, who are just absolutely frying for the Dingoes, and Crimson and Luck just, you know, really just putting up a lot of numbers in the kill column for the other side of the Paris Letdowns. And I mean, now we're gonna have to see if the Letdowns are able to do what the Dingoes were able to do to them.
Yeah, they're trying to work this right side of the map, but Speedy is able to get one with that car bomb. Slack looking for the kill in the back, but diss him right in front of him. And this has been a tough round for the Paris Letdowns to find their way onto B. They're just getting picked apart left and right. They haven't been able to cement a solid push here onto that B site. And maybe they're trying to set it up here, but Speedy looking for one. Crimson and Rex trying to make a push here. Netrix the last one alive at that A plat area, but Rex just wants to take his time and hold it here as he's the last one alive at this B point. He has his teammate Slack to help him out, but with the player going around the back, Speedy might be able to mix this up. He does get one. He is almost able to get 2. The shots are in, but that's quite the impenetrable wall, as last player on the site is Rex, and he's just doing his thing, staying alive, and they do get 1 tick, which at the end of the day is you know, not bad.
Yeah, this isn't worst case scenario if you are the Letdowns. I mean, yes, you have the 4 life advantage, or the 4 life disadvantage. If you're able to pick up the kills that you need and get a 4 stack onto this time and just kind of play the objective, I mean, it could prove important to them. And as I say, that 1 does go down. Immediate trade there for the Letdown. Letdown finds the player outer, and now it's just a 3 life advantage. Not able to find the player courtyard though. As we do get Rex onto the time, it is going to get found. Crimson's going to be last alive, and it looks like Dingo's going to go up 2-0 in the series, or in this map.
Yeah, they end up winning that round. Solid defensive round. The first defensive round we've seen today. And it comes off the back of the Sydney Dingoes Schneid, sitting at 18-11. Absolutely frying right now. Match point for your Sydney Dingoes to go up 2-1 in the series. And I've said it a million times, Squiddy. The team that wins map 3 wins the series 75% of the time. So this is a big momentum shift for Sydney.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair though, you know, Dingoes do have to go on the offensive round. They are going to hit this B point right here. So I mean, curious to see what the opening kills are going to look like. And they're going to go 4 down, and Crimson's just going to pick up a huge piece right there. And at this rate right now, you have to sit here and say, oh, we're going to at least see a map 4. But we're not 100% sure because it is Berlin control.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. I mean, Sydney Dingoes could come out on top in this round right now, and it would end the game right here. Dissum doing his thing with the automaton, as always. 20-13 right now, playing fantastic, and they're really looking fire here on this Berlin control. They're on that A point, and they're just trying to keep that 1 player on the time as long as they possibly can. Speedy in that corner, not much he can do, and now Schneid's looking for any type of kills on the map that he can. Playing it slow, but all of his teammates going down around him. It's kind of hard to make a play when you have no reinforcements.
Yeah, I mean, just watching this, you don't have A point completely captured just yet. You're starting to work back towards this B point, not able to find those kills in secret. I mean, not worst case scenario if you're Sydney, you're still up 2-0 on this map. But I mean, this offense isn't going the way of them right now. And if you're Paris Legion or Paris Letdown, you are just starting to build steam here.
Yeah, the last player to defend the site is Crimson. He is able to get one. Does he get Schneid's as well? No, Schneid's takes him down. He's trying to play his life and just remain this control on the B point. One tick does come in. Is he able to get the wall bang? He throws the nade out instead, but he gets taken down as well. Speedy trying to make a play into that office. He does get one, but while we say that, Sydney Dingoes are accruing time on this A point. They get that second tick. They have the second player there as well. They stack the point, word to Jims, and now they get that first A point. And, you know, while they're down 5 lives, this round is not over yet. Squiddy, anything could happen here. Sydney Dingoes needing to get this B point.
Yeah, I mean, you're running out of time if you're the Dingoes. You got to get something that just extends that time. You know, whether it's just getting one guy on at a time or if you're able to full stack it. But as of right now, I'm not really able to find anything. Paris Letdowns just with that kill advantage. You know, it's not looking great if you're the Dingoes, but it's not looking worst case scenario just yet. But as that life count starts to grow greater, and I believe it is a 9-kill differential in this round, it looks like the Letdowns are going to hold this defensive, and we're going to be looking at a Letdowns offensive. And with how this match is going, won't be surprised to see them take it off the Dingoes.
Yeah, I mean, this is Sydney Dingoes opening to really, or this is Paris Letdowns opening to kind of find their way back into this game. Disum in a 1v12. Not really much you can do there. He gets taken down. And we're going to that ever so elusive round 4. Maybe not in control, but, I mean, maybe we thought we weren't going to get there this game, but instead we are going to this round 4. Sydney Dingoes find themselves on the defense yet again, and it's up to them to close this game out right here. But if they cannot win this round, it's going to get interesting for sure if you are the Sydney Dingoes.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're the Dingoes, not worst case scenario, you did go up 2-0 in this map. So, I mean, looking at it in that perspective, and as I say that, they are able to win that kind of kill race over towards B. Curious to see if the Letdowns go straight to A, and they don't. They have one player kind of sitting here, and Ticket is going to get found. And it looks like this A point is going to be the point of attack for the Letdowns here at the beginning of this round 4 of control.
And while we thought they may go to that A site, it looks like they tried to wrap through and juke this team to go back to that B site, but instead, now the Paris has no time on either A or B, and the clock is just running lower and lower right now. Disum has one to his left. Is he able to get the kill? No, he doesn't. But the rest of these players don't have any sort of progression here onto either of these sites. Speedy gets this kill onto A. They find their way onto B finally, but it's just 2 Sydney Dingoes against a absolute behemoth amount of the Sydney Dingoes. My bad, I said that backwards. But it's going to be Slack still on this B point. He gets one tick. The A point still in control of the Paris Letdown. Schneids take down that one player, and now it's up to Disum to try to get the Paris Letdowns off of this point. He's killing off the reinforcements, and now Luck, the last person alive for these Paris Letdowns. He tries to get one. His teammate Speedy jumping over the top, sees Luck, but Luck with a big kill. And those are 2 big kills to keep the blood life of the Paris Letdowns going when maybe it wasn't looking fantastic for them.
Yeah, and I mean, again, like it's just one of those situations where it's Berlin control. If you get the opening kill first blood, it is not worst case scenario for you there. And I mean, they're just showing you exactly what they can do. They get that A point, get that time extension, and again, the B's very capturable here.
Yeah, it absolutely is, but with a minute left, you have to play quick, especially with Snides in the back of your base. He's just snaking that back left train area. He has the line of sights on those little feet, and he's able to take them down. Paris Letdowns spawning out so far. Schneid's on a 6 streak, and now they have to completely avoid him and go to that fire side of the map route. With 7 lives left, this is looking grim if you're the Paris Letdowns.
Yeah, I mean, you got a 6 kill differential when it comes to this round. Make that 7 as Metric's able to find 1, but he does get traded out. Same thing with Speedy here. So, I mean, still sitting pretty at a 6. Now, worst case scenario, if you're the Letdowns, if you can get a nice little 4 down, and they do get it, and they are down to a 2 life advantage. Make that 1. Uh-oh, this is getting mixy here.
I think they close this one out. Squiddy, they get the round win at the last possible second. As you were saying it, they needed that 4 down, and they got it just at the right time. And they even this game up at 2-2, and that was something I was not expecting to see. Squiddy, Paris Letdowns sneak their way into that point, and they find themselves the 4 down exactly when they need to. They send it to a round 5, and now they force Sydney Dingoes to win out on the offensive end if they want to close out this map.
Again, 2 words, Berlin control. It just gets mixy, and with how many ticks they got, they get the defensive side of things, and finally, we get an A attack off rip, and this isn't a 5 attack wins in a row situation like the first match we had tonight, but, you know, we're getting a trade back and forth. I mean, these teams just going tit for tat here, and it's just been so exciting to watch this entire thing.
And Crimson goes on a 7 streak of his own, so he gets one of those glide bombs. They do get the A point quite quick, which is a good start if you are Sydney Dingoes. Similar to what we saw out of the Paris Letdowns last round, if you can just get a singular 4 down, you can get the B point on a whim. But it all needs to start off of a good team push, and with Slack camping in that corner, oh, he almost gets the double beat down, but he doesn't. Crimson still alive at this outer area, doing his thing, 34 and 28. Just trying to be that player that Paris Letdowns needs, but Disum holding off that reinforcement push. Crimson, though, finds his way onto the point. Disum just really wants to attack this Paris Letdown spawns. He gets 2 more kills, gets a glide bomb of his own, and Disum says, I'm not letting us lose this game. I'm taking over. And he finds his way behind 2 more Paris players. They're not playing for Disum right now, and he's just absolutely frying in their spawn. That's 9 straight kills for Disum, and he is absolutely bleeding out their life lead.
Yeah, I mean, Disum out here looking like Gordon Ramsay, absolutely just cooking up on the map here. I mean, I don't know if he owns a 5-star restaurant, but if his gameplay is just playing on a TV somewhere in Buffalo Wild Wings, that would be considered a 5-star restaurant there. So, I mean, they're going to finally use that glide bomb. They're going to be able to call out all these players here, able to find the guy in the outer position, which is Rex. And, I mean, Dingoes with the 5 or 6 life advantage here, able to get onto the point. Disum on a 12? A 12? Oh my goodness.
He just started this round on a burner, and he just hasn't stopped yet. He's on a 14 now, and Sydney Dingoes just have absolutely taken control of this control. He finally ends up dying, but the life count is severely in the Sydney Dingoes' favor. 16-5 now. Disum 43 and 28. He was making all the right plays when he needed to. That's the 2nd tick on to B, and Schneids gets the kill they needed. The last player alive is going to be Crimson, but they win it off ticks anyway. Squiddy, I mean, Disum absolutely won that control round for the Sydney Dingoes. That was quite the performance out of him in the last couple of bits of that map.
How many different angles are able to be hit from this direction?
Yeah, if you're the Sydney Dingoes, you definitely want to accrue a lot of time here on that first hill of the game. And, yeah, it's going to be up to them to kind of fry in this P1 area. Crimson with the first blood onto the board. Rex trying to make his way around the back, and Paris Letdowns break it immediately. A fantastic start. and it's looking good for them.
Yeah, little did we know we were getting Uber Eats from McDonald's from the Paris Letdown players as they, well, I'm sorry, I'll just say Crimson because the man is 4-0 right now. Absolutely stepping it up for his team when they need him most as the series is set at 2-1 right now. Just kind of playing this P1 as his two teammates, and I think it's Luck and Rex, working over towards this P2 site. And regardless if Dingoes hold it here, they are not able to take the lead, and a lot of both teams are going to be looking towards this P1 rotation, which is going to be won by the Letdowns as of right now. They go 2 down. 2 are going to get traded out, but I mean the players on time are still able to hold it, and Letdowns just getting the kills they need here in this situation.
Yeah, they absolutely are. Crimson starting out 7-1 for the Letdowns, making the plays he needs, make that 8-1 as he's on a 4-kill streak right now, looking to make plays on these players back docks area, but Schneids takes him down. Now Slack in this hill, somewhat alone. There's players trying to push him out. He gets killed from the side from Schneids, and this is a good chunk of scrap time, as the Paris Letdowns are now forced to sneak their way into the middle of the map. Dissom picks up 1, and Schneids still getting this scrap time. So Sydney might be able to get this scrap and get the rotation to new as well.
Yeah, that was not what I was expecting out of the Letdowns. That was a really good rotation out of the Dingoes to be able to hold that scrap time, able to rotate to those spawns. They're going to get 2. Never mind. Letdowns are going to prove me wrong. They're going to get 2 guys on a time, be able to kill those guys in the back. And they're still spawning them in the back. And it looks like they're going to try and hold this for a spawn trap. And as I say, that Slack is going to rotate through the back. Get the Letdowns the spawns there. And play this from the typical position here.
Yeah, and Crimson is absolutely turning up with the MP40 on this Berlin hardpoint. 12-4 so far, and that's a great start for an SMG player. He tries to sneak his way back to the time, but he's unable to do so. Dissom and Schneids just trying to get this scrap as the hill is rotating to new. And if you're Sydney Dingoes, you got to give this up and really focus on this new hill, as we know how important P4 can be on this map.
Yeah, P4 honestly is the money hill. If you get a good chunk of it, and whenever I say good chunk, I mean 20 plus seconds off of P4, that is just absolutely vital. And just to kind of reference back to what we were talking about earlier tonight, Crimson coming in like a wrecking ball. And again, I won't sing it, copyright issues, but the man is just absolutely cooking here. Looking like Gordon Ramsay, Miley Cyrus swinging on the wrecking ball. Anything that just means cooking or mass destruction, this man is doing right now.
Yeah, and Paris Letdowns have found a way to break, as they've taken quite a large lead here, up to a little bit over 50 points for just a moment there. And Luck still playing his life at this back warehouse side of the map. He does get taken down, but Slack almost gets the kill there, and that could be a good amount of scrap time. Dissom finds himself on a 5 streak yet again. He's looking for these players, playing slow with that auto, just focusing on this next rotation of hills. He might have saw one there, and he did. He sees Rex. He is able to take him down, and that puts him 1 off of a glide bomb here. This could be a big turnaround for our all-star player Dissom from the Sydney Dingo squad. He's really been the difference maker so far in this series, and a glide bomb would really lend itself to his play style so far. He gets it, still on a 7. Let's see if he can one-up the 14 streak he went on last map. He's on a 9 now, and yeah, just Dissom doing Dissom things.
Listen, this dude is just different. I mean, he was sitting at a perfect KD of 1, and now he's sitting at a KD of 2 just in this 11 kill spree, and it's going to be 12, isn't it? It is. This man is just, I don't even know. I mean, this guy is just cooking up a 5-course meal for the family on Thanksgiving, while everybody else right now is just cooking up, 3-minute pasta that I had for dinner tonight. The man just knows something that none of us do, even though it's not resulting in his team right now. Going up in the game, or the map, whatever you want to call it right now. Letdown still have a 17-point lead, P1 being as mixy as it is. Here's to see what happens here.
Yep, and Sydney Dingoes find themselves on the time yet again. Who else but Dissom to be on it? Just playing that angle. He sees one cross. He puts some shots in. Doesn't get the kill, but these players working toward the backside. Dissom picks up one, looking for the second, but the pinch came in from the Paris Letdowns, and they did give Sydney Dingoes the spawn, which if you are the Paris Letdowns, you may not have wanted to do that, as P2 does end up on that side of the map.
Yeah, P2 is one of those weird points. There really isn't like a good spawn for this point, I feel like. Outside of access to windows, towards those P4 spawns. But Crimson not able to find that kill. Was off to a hot start, not really able to keep that steam going. But I mean, I shouldn't even say that because the Letdowns still are just winning this without necessarily needing the kills wins here.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have the slang in their favor, but, you know, they're taking that lead very similar to that bow cage we watched earlier. Dissom trying to sneak his way into this time, checking his corners, playing it safe. He gets slacked through that wall, peeping the red dot, and he gets another one onto Rex as well. But Paris Letdown still in this time off the back of Crimson. Speedy does take him down, so that's some scrap time to play for. But with Speedy being all alone, Slack is now the player to look at, as he's, you know, one of the only players here on this time. He has a teammate there with him that's going to be Rex, and they take those two down themselves. But now Sydney Dingoes working toward that new time. 29-14 is Dissom. Very similar to the bow cage and the Berlin control, but Sydney Dingoes find themselves down 50.
Yeah, I mean, all I'm going to say is Dissom must be playing on a stove, maybe playing inside the oven because the man is just hot right now. I don't know. Maybe he's got the heat blasting. I got no idea. Man can't be stopped right now. Even though his team is found down 43 right now. And they do have the kill advantage here. Last time I checked, they were up 5 in the shredding department. But the Letdowns, just with that teamwork and Luck being that OBJ guy here, is going to get found out from the fire position. Netrix able to pick up the trade there. Crimson is going to be flying in, able to pick up a big 2-piece. Speedy does find one. It's just absolute chaos here in the P3, exactly what you expect on a Berlin hardpoint. And we can see the Letdowns really starting to focus this P4 rotation. But Dissom is not the guy you want to see, or I'm sorry, be following you towards this P4 rotation.
Yeah, Dissom finds his safe spot in this top sniper tower area, but it's not safe enough as Crimson does take him down, and the rotation is in the favor of the Paris Letdowns. I mean, they're just working fantastic as a team. They're making the right plays, and it's lending them to the victory here in this Berlin hardpoint. The glide bomb does come in. Luck gets another kill to kind of shut down the push. 2 more in front of him. Schneid's making the play. 2 more in front of him. Is he able to get 3? He does get 3, so that's the break. Only 1 player spawning in the back. That's going to be Luck. He does get that 1 kill, but the rest of the players are outer train. He's kind of the X factor here if he can get this kill onto Dissom. The pinch coming in is not fantastic for the Sydney Dingoes, as both of these players do take them down. Another player spawning in the back, that's Schneid's. And I mean, the spawns are just back and forth here, Squiddy. The game somewhat close, but Paris with a comfortable lead right now.
I do have a question. Who dropped the 50 bomb in map 1?
It was Dissom.
Of course it was, because this man is just cooking all different kinds of meals right now. If you want a French cuisine, he's got it. If you want Italian, he's got it. If you want pizza, or I guess that's still Italian. If you want a cheeseburger, American, he's got it. This man is cooking up anything that you need and is just doing absolutely everything for his team. He's on another 5 spree. Could potentially get another glide bomb. And, I mean, with P1 and P2 being in the position they are, I don't know how much that'll help the Dingoes in this position being down almost 60. Or actually, they're over 60.
No, it's getting there for sure. Paris Letdowns finding themselves some solid time here, and it looks like they are going to get the scrap time here, and this is honestly just scrap time you cannot give up if you're Sydney. They're going to get so close to the victory here that it's not even going to matter. They do get the kills off with 9 seconds left, but the spawns do flip, and I don't think they read that. Dissom doesn't know they're behind them. Schneid's does end up reading it, but Schlack already gets the kills, and that's a quick 4 dead out of the Paris Letdowns. They're spawning at the deep warehouse side of the map, and that might be all she wrote for the Paris Letdowns. Schneid's trying to fly in, but Slack and Dissom does get a big 2 to open it up, and another 4 down off the back of the whole Sydney Dingoes squad. Netrix just playing his life safely, and Speedy maybe the catalyst here to shut down this push. He doesn't get any, but Schneid's is reading this push through the middle of the map. Slack does spot him, but the kill's still coming in for Sydney Dingoes. There's a chance for a comeback here, but it's slim, Squiddy.
Yeah, I mean, Dingo's got to play perfect from here on out. I mean, they cannot really give up another second. I mean, while they do have 9, if they go 4 down at any point during this, and, I mean, as you can see, the Letdowns, they can win it off of this, and they were playing for that P1. They go 3, almost 4, but the Dingoes have to make a move here, wait for the right push, so it has to go to this P2, and nobody's here on this P2. Slack able to pick up that information. For 2 guys to come in, not able to win the gunfights. Oh, never mind, they do. Oh, man, and the Letdowns able to get that final kill. And, I mean, I called this from the start. I knew we were going to get a map 5 after that map 1, and we are getting that map 5 between the Sydney Dingoes and just kind of trying to play methodical. Like, there are so many different angles in this map that makes this search and destroy so interesting.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you there, Squiddy. We got these 2 teams off the break. It's going to be Sydney Dingoes with that offensive push. And who's that? It's Crimson already getting Mixie off the break here. Slack with a big opening blood. Crimson not overextending himself too far. The rest of the Paris Letdowns at that B site. And Crimson just looking for the trade here. He's unable to get it. And there's a lot of Sydney Dingoes around him. It's getting dangerous for him. He might have to slow down the aggression. He runs right over Schneid. They actually got some crazy timing, but Netrix is able to get him and left in a 3v2 situation. Paris Letdowns.
Yeah, I mean, Netrix right there showing that tricks are not for kids, as you're just absolutely cracked out of your mind and just so happen to run over top of them. And Speedy is going to get found, or I'm sorry, Dissom is going to get found. So we are going to be in a 2v2 situation, and it looks like the Dingoes are going to start rotating this over towards B. Luck kind of just holding this L position. And he's going to catch the player. He's going to see him. He is going to get one, but going to get traded out by Netrix. And he is going to pick up the bomb. And again, with Bokic, with how close all these points are, doesn't have to quickly plant B. Is going to find that player rotating over towards that B plant, playing for it. Is going to find him. Dingo is going to go up 1-0 in this map right here.
Yeah, big start for the Sydney Dingoes. They win that 2v2, and that's what we were talking about, Squiddy. I mean, that first search and destroy looked so close between these 2 teams that it's really going to come down to those mid-round adjustments, like who can win those 2v2s, who can win those 3v2s, and we see it right there, Netrix on a 3 streak, getting 3 kills on that round, and a huge start for the Sydney Dingoes on a map like Bocage Search, especially on offense as well.
Yeah, and especially with how open these bomb sites are, if Netrix can play for these streaks a little bit, find the kills that he needs, and Dissom's going to be found out by, I think it was Rex. It might have been Slack, but everybody's going down. The last person alive is Netrix. Netrix on that streak is going to find 4. I mean, honestly, in this situation, it's not worst case scenario to just kind of try and play your life, but it looks like he's going to take on this 1v4. Does get the first, he did get the first one. Now just kind of playing this like top granny's position, and I mean, as I say, he might not want to. Never mind, he is going to get spotted out. Bokage, man, Bokage. I don't know what else to say about Bokage. It gets mixy. All you have to do is just overpeak an angle, and you're going to get picked. Slack able to find him, and I don't know. He might be on a 3 spree of his own, but you know, regardless, it is good for him to have ended Netrix streak at 4, so there is no glide bomb in effect.
Yeah, I feel like he might have bitten off more than he could chew, because, you know, if I were him, I probably would have gone for maybe 1 more kill, and then, you know, I would have been like, I will take the 5 streak. I will accept that and try to get the glide bomb in the future. But instead, he gets taken down and definitely in an unfavorable situation. So, you know, maybe in the future we'll see an adjustment out of him. But big nade out of Speedy to even things up at 3. It looks like Schneid's getting aggressive here. He put some shots into Rex, but he gets some shots put into him himself. Crimson, the trades are in, the trades are out. Both teams on each sides of the map now, and it's going to be up to another mid-game, you know, 2v2 situation, reading how this game is playing out. Bomb is down, and it looks like Schneids might have caught a timing.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say is we might be playing. We might be watching some West Coast players here because we're just in and out, in and out. As we see, I think it was Nectrix who was able to pick up that kill, or it might have been Schneids. But Rex last alive here for the Paris Letdowns, and it looks like, as of right now, I mean, granted, with how the series has gone, 1v2s are not impossible. So
Absolutely
I
not.
mean, we're looking at potential back-to-back offensive wins for each team, and that might just be some unfortunate timing for Rex, which it is. Dingoes take the offensive round win, but this is just as back and forth as it can get.
Yeah, I mean, Rex doesn't get the angle on him up there, and Netrix, he might have died on that 4, but he gets 1 in this round to make it 5-1 for him. Game matchup at 2-1 now. Sydney Dingoes off to a pretty hot start. Like you said, Squiddy, back-to-back-to-back offensive wins, 3-round wins in a row on the offensive end. Paris looking to keep that streak alive. Sydney trying to shut that one down. You don't want to keep that one alive. And one thing to point out, Sydney Dingoes glass cannon Dism sitting at 0-3 right now, and I'm sure the Paris Letdowns want to keep it that way because if that guy's not activated, then they're going to have a tough time. As I say that, he gets his first blood, so I am jinxing right now. My bad, Paris.
Yeah, but I mean, as much as you say that you're a jinx, I mean, you still have Slack who's sitting at 5-2, able to find that trade, and Nectrix gonna get found out. I mean, there's just no such thing as a jinx on Bokage, man. It is back to back to back to back offensive round wins. Basically, sorry for any Buffalo fans out there. Basically, Buffalo Bills Super Bowl appearances. But I mean, the sad thing is one of these teams are going to win with the back-to-back-to-back-to-back offensive wins, unlike the Bills in that 1990 Super Bowl run.
Yeah, rip the Bills for that one. That was a tough one. But let's see how this game turns out. I have casted a Bokage before that has gone all offenses up until round 11. So maybe we'll see that because that was absurd. I think it was something like that. I may be exaggerating a little bit. Dism with a big nade, and now we're in a 4v2 situation. And another 4v1 as it looks like that player from the Paris Letdowns might have lagged out, and we might have to get a restart here, Squiddy, because I'm pretty sure a player just lagged out of the lobby.
Yeah, I don't know. It's either that or he jumped off the back of the lobby.
Has to get 4, and yeah, I mean, both of these teams looking to close it out here.
Yeah, with how quick of a restart this was, I mean, both teams probably still have the momentum. And, I mean, with S&D, it's not like you can really determine strats right off rip. And as I say, that Slack is going to get found there, is going to go down. And Rex just kind of playing this top barn position, trying to get a little bit of info. I mean, they have it from Slack, but going to have to find the kills. Luck isn't able to find one. Now going to be in a 4v2. And Crimson able to find one, going to get traded out, 1v3 situation here. And Rex just kind of caught in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle, just, hopefully not going to be able to be found in the situation of Bermuda Triangle. But, I mean, everybody kind of knows where he's at, just kind of playing this bottom barn position. Everybody's just kind of in a standoff right now. And looking at the minimap, everybody's just looking at him just in different positions and is going to get found. Dingoes going to take a 4-2 lead, even though the scoreboard says 1-0. I mean, I'm not ruling Letdowns out just yet, but the Dingoes looking promising off this restart.
Yeah, I mean, Sydney get their 4th round on the board. That's 2 in a row, and they're looking fantastic here. I will be updating the score in that bottom right over there, so that is accurate. But don't forget, Sydney needs 2 more rounds to close this one out. Paris still needing 4 on their side to find their W here, but it can definitely all start here on this defense.
Yeah, and I mean, defensive is typically the favorable position, but on maps like Bokage, as well as just about any map in Vanguard, this map, search and destroy wise, is just great. And I mean, as we can see, Nectrix able to find one, but is gonna run past 2 players, gonna get found out by Rex, who was top grannies, Now we're in a 3v3 position, and Luck is kind of playing this P1 heady towards barrels. Looking over towards A. It looks like A-bomb is going to knock it down. Luck's going to find the kill. He's going to find a second. And now it's all down to Speedy, who does find one, is going to be on that 3 spree. This is just absolute chaos here on Bokage, but nothing less you could expect. Letdowns have to know that bomb is down on A, and Speedy is going to try and recover for that. Not able to do so. Letdowns able to get a round win off of that, making this map 3-4 in favor of the Dingoes. And this is just exactly what you expect out of Bokage Search and Destroy.
Yeah, I mean, this game could go the distance here, Squiddy. You know, the restart may have checked some teams, but both of these teams looks like they're exactly the same as we left them when this game ended. They're back and forth as always. Sydney, maybe get that extra round as they go back and forth, but you know, no match for Paris as they find themselves on the offensive end again. They win their first defense of the game, I'm pretty sure, and that's a good stepping stone for this unit as a whole. Schneids gets taken down onto the bomb. That's a big start for Paris as they are stacked up over at this barn side of the map. Crimson looking for what he can, but Netrix has the sight line on him. That's Dissum playing a nice little ratty spot on this awning area, and now Paris just waiting for one of these players to make a mistake.
Yeah, but Crimson's going to kind of play the vital factor here, as he is going to get found. He might have been the only one who would have been able to spot Dissum up there. Never mind. Rex is going to find him, and I think he finds 2, actually. Finds the player top grannies, and as of right now, Speedy, last player left, stuns over at A, sees that nothing's there, is going to start rotating towards his B point, and if he gets the right timing here, this could prove devastating for the Letdowns, but they do get the bomb down. Speedy able to find one, going to run back towards the other side of the tunnel. Rex is going to have that call out for his teammate, who is in the back, just kind of playing this position all the way deep in their spawn. And, I mean, this is a big round for the Letdowns, because this either ties it or sends it to a 5-3 lead for the Dingoes. And with how little time is left, I think Speedy might have saw him, and he did. And I think there's more than enough time for him to defuse. And Dingo's going to go up 5-3 in this map, and looking at closing out this series here in the offensive round.
Yeah, I mean, what a big, another 1v2 from the side of the Sydney Dingoes to put themselves out into the lead here on Bokage Search and Destroy. 1 round to go for the Sydney Dingoes to close this one out. And Speedy has taken this restart into stride and is 6-1 ever since the reset. And we're going to stay with him until he dies, because this guy is the MVP of this restart so far.
Yeah, and I mean, this guy has been finding nade after nade after nade, it seems like. And here it is. Here's that B push. And Dissum able to find Slack. That is not what you want to see if you're a Letdown fan. As they are going, it looks like they're going to get this bomb down on B. We have one player up top. Rapunzel is going to be able to find one and going to kind of rotate towards this middle. But, I mean, his teammates go down. Dingoes with the offensive win and take this series. And I'll tell you what,